One term, 4 years. That's all Peter Obi says he needs to rescue Nigeria. But can one man truly turn a broken nation around in just 48 months? Watch this. Today, Peter Obi made a vow that shook the political landscape. If elected president in 2027, he will serve only one term of 4 years. And that vow, he says, is sacrosanct. He didn't just say it, he backed it up. He reminded Nigerians of Abraham Lincoln, who served only 4 years but became one of America's greatest leaders. He spoke of Nelson Mandela, who chose one term as a deliberate act of leadership, a statement that power must serve the people, not the self. And he called out the culture of distrust that has made Nigerians skeptical of every politician's word. Many no longer take politicians seriously, he said, but I am not cut from that cloth. Whether you love him or doubt him, you cannot ignore this. Peter Obi is betting his entire legacy on delivering change in just 4 years. Do you believe 48 months is enough to rescue Nigeria? Comment yes if you believe it's possible, or no if you think we need more time. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, because in the coming days, we will break down exactly how Obi plans to do it. He's promised to sanitize governance, tackle insecurity, prioritize education and healthcare, power small businesses, and turn Nigeria from a consuming nation into a productive one, all in 4 years. Whether you trust him or not, this is a conversation Nigeria must have. One term, 4 years, sacrosanct. Share this video right now. Let every Nigerian, north, south, east, and west, hear this vow and decide for themselves, because 2027 will break us or build us, and silence is not an option.
Nobody is going to change this country but us. I have confronted the government and the leaders of this country. As much as we have issues with the government and the leadership of this country, I have more issues with the Nigerian people. It is only you, the Nigerian people, that will decide the day you will stop suffering. It is only you, the Nigerian people, that will decide to bring an end to the oppressions that you're going through. You cannot afford to be seeing the blood of your brothers and sisters being split. Little children that know nothing, 3 years old and 2 years old, being burnt alive. And yet you sit down in the comfort of your house drinking your tea as if nothing has happened. I challenge our religious institutions that these politicians, and most of them that are third-class brains, they cannot continue to manipulate you that are first-class brains. When we keep silent and behave as if nothing is going on, the wicked and evil will continue to thrive. We are a people that have a future. If we don't take our destiny, forget about the appointment you're given, forget about being made an SA, forget about being made a minister, forget about being made a commissioner. It doesn't matter whatever you are made, whatever you get will come to an end. Buhari has come to an end. But the fact is, Nigeria continues to live. And if Nigeria continues to live, Buhari has gone, but he left you with the pain and the suffering. He must have reconciled himself with his maker, and his maker will forgive him. But what about you? So Nigeria, we cannot allow them. Look at the way they are tossing you left and right. Instead of thinking about your welfare, they're thinking about 2027 election. The roads are not fixed. Great brains in Anambra. Few days ago, a young man that is growing up fish magnate was kidnapped, ransom demanded, paid, and was killed. And you have a governor that is running to contest for an election. Woe to the church leaders that will keep silent and be given an award to wicked men and women that have no conscience for the nation they govern. Woe to the Islamic community that all you're doing is planting doctrinal conflicts and bringing about violence among yourselves instead of talking about the welfare of your own people. We're gathering them and giving them awards of nonsense. I challenge the average Nigerian that it is time we drop whatever tribe, whatever religion, whatever you think about, and let's pull our energy together to make a difference.
Interestingly, Chinua Achebe wrote that things has fallen apart and the center cannot hold. But the situation in Nigeria is that the center has fallen apart and the things attached to it have nowhere to stick. Nigerians are not just angry with the Tinubu-led government as regards the failed eco-monic policies, hunger in the land, high costs of living, and insecurity, among others. They are awake and they are seeking for solutions. Across the country, a storm is rising, and even those who once stood with the system are now speaking out against the system they once built. El-Rufai, one of the founding masterminds of the APC party that installed Buhari and Tinubu, has gotten fed up with the system, and he is ready to sacrifice the wild dogs he groomed. Watch this!
Anybody that thinks that it is possible for President Bola Tinubu to get re-elected is living in another country, not Nigeria. It is impossible for Bola Tinubu to get re-elected. I don't see a pathway for him, no matter how disorganized the opposition is. Who will vote for him? In fact, I'm very happy that there are a gale of defections, because Nigerians are not defecting. It is greedy and hungry politicians and those that are looking for money, contract, appointment, office, that are defecting. The other class of those defecting are those that know that the EFCC or ICPC can intimidate them because they know what they have done. If they have done what is not quite right, they know that the anti-corruption agencies can be weaponized against them. Those are the people that are defecting. But the Nigerian people, those that actually vote, are not defecting. They are not interested in the APC. Neither are they interested in the PDP.
El-Rufai said it, and he's not alone. He is practically stating the position of Arewa regarding this failed government. In the north, young people are tearing down Tinubu's campaign billboards. The message is loud and clear. We refuse to be used. We refuse to be fooled again. But anger alone won't save us. Action will. And that's why Peter Obi is calling on every Nigerian to prepare, not just to vote, but to count, document, track, and defend our votes. Watch this.
I assure you that this time, we will make sure that all the booths are manned properly. And to make it, to ensure that it's manned properly, we're also calling you, the youths and everybody, to know that part of why the booths were not properly manned was because we didn't have candidates all over. We now want to have candidates contesting House of Assembly in Boronu, contesting House of Rep, contesting Senate. We want candidates all over the place. It is in doing this that we'll be able to have people who are manning all the booths. So it is not just enough to say, oh well, these are the people. Some of the people who are still there now, who have refused to leave, started contesting when they were your age. And if you don't come in, they will retire. But if they come in now, by the time you run around all over the place and they can't move around, they say, let's leave these people and go away. So it's time to also get involved.
This is bigger than one man. This is a movement, a chance to end decades of betrayal and build a nation that works. And Peter Obi has made a vow like no other. 1 term, 4 years, sacrosanct. In 48 months, he says he will sanitize governance, fight insecurity, fix education and healthcare, power small businesses, and turn Nigeria from a consuming nation into a productive one. Can it be done? History says yes. Abraham Lincoln, Nelson Mandela. Great leaders proved that purposeful leadership doesn't need forever. It needs focus. But here's the truth. Peter Obi alone cannot do it. It's you, it's me, it's us. So, where do you stand? Type "not again" in the comments if you refuse to repeat 2023. Share this video with 3 people today. Smash the like button so millions of Nigerians see this message, and subscribe, because in the next weeks, we're exposing the truth they don't want you to hear. 2027 will break us or build us. And for the first time in a long time, a new Nigeria is possible.